10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good afternoon, and happy Monday. This is our third Monday of the month, getting close to Christmas celebration. So we have a great show today. If you're a business owner, if you're a person that knows a business owner and wants to know all about getting loans and getting qualified for them and what it takes to receive all those stimulus packages and all that good stuff, make sure to stay tuned, because we're going to have my friend Jezabel Jimenez, who's going to come and tell you everything you need to get those loans. So make sure you stay tuned, okay? We'll be right back.
Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way.
Okay, well, let's get ready. I hope that you are pumped up and you got something to cheer with us, because, you know, we're getting close to the holidays and there's so much to cheer about. We're alive and we're here. And now we're going to give you some tips for all those business owners, or take notes for the business owners that you know, because I'm bringing you none other than a person that knows it all. And let's see, we are going to bring her on. I'm not going to make you wait, because she is waiting for us. So here we go. Hi, Jessica. Welcome.
Hi. How you doing?
Good. And welcome to Lunch with Faride. As many of you know, Jezabel is one of our supporters for the show. She's always giving us great comments and, you know, a great laugh and et cetera, et cetera. So today she is here as an expert. She is an SBA lending officer, and she's here to tell us. If you guys have any questions, start giving us those comments. If you know a business owner, share your screen, or share it directly to them. Let them know that they got to hear this show. So first of all, who is Miss Jezebel?
Oh, well, me personally, I work for East West Bank as an SBA officer. I've been doing SBA lending for 5 years. Prior to that, I worked for HSBC. Everybody knows the bank. It's particularly in our countries. I work for HSBC under the Emerging Markets Department, so it's a big department as well. And prior to that, I was a branch manager for Bank of America. That was my first banking position right out of college. And I started working as a manager for Bank of America. I was there for about 4 years as well. So it was very good. I'm so glad to be here. Thank you so much for the invitation. I know there's a lot of people wondering, when is the next stimulus package coming out? And we don't know yet. All we know is that it's coming, and it's coming soon, and it's coming strong. I know the government has set up aside, they're looking into setting $300 billion for small businesses. So I'm hoping that everyone that owns a small business and all the people that is listening to us right now take full advantage of this opportunity. The first wave came in strong. A lot of people weren't able to take advantage of it because they weren't ready for it, meaning they didn't have enough documents. They didn't have their documents in order. And they did a lot better after the second wave. Right now, we are in the process of the forgiveness. And that is another long process, because, again, you have to report and you have to show us all the information that you have from payroll to be able to qualify for the forgiveness. So more than give you information about what we have for SBA, I want to take any other questions that maybe of your members have right now, so I can start. I know we don't have a lot of time, so I want to make sure that they get most of the information at hand. And obviously, if they have any more questions after the the programs over, be more than happy to take one-on-ones and guide them through the process as well.
Yes, and we'll provide your phone number at the end of this to make sure that everybody knows how to, get a hold of you. But you said something very, that it's a question to a lot of people, especially those that did take a lot of money, in the initial stimulus package, which is forgiveness. I believe that everybody that I personally know, all the businesses that I service, Jezebel, they have somebody who's, like an accountant or a CPA, either a bookkeeper, whatever, that's been keeping track of that. But before we go into the forgiveness section of it, I think, yes, I think most people are worried about what is this new package looks like. Is it the same, similar as the first package?
We don't know that information yet. I know there's talks about it. What I know is that they're going to give us a little bit more time, that they give us the very first time, the SBA lending or any banker, to get ready to be able to give the clients the information that they need. But most likely it's going to look the same. Obviously, the biggest concern for business owners is to keep their employees employed, and also to keep their location. Most likely the package is going to include something in regards to paying their rent and paying their employees, which is the PPP, the Paycheck Protection Plan. That's the program that we initially had. It was very successful. It helped a lot of people, but unfortunately it was only for 2 months worth of payroll. And as we know now, that wasn't sufficient to keep all the employees employed. The benefit of that,
let me ask you something in regards to that. Not only that, but I heard a lot of people didn't even qualify because they weren't prepared with the proper structuring of the business.
Yeah,
so
that was.
What do the banks look for as far as the structuring to be able to qualify for maybe this next batch of things?
Well, there's two different topics here. The PPP is directly from the SBA, which is the federal government. And SBA lending it comes from the SBA, but it's still the bank's money. The PPP wasn't bank's money. The money came from the federal funding, correct? And the banks were only collecting that information to qualify for the PPP. Now, if the clients or the customers didn't qualify for the PPP, most likely is because they don't have their payroll information in order. And basically that's what it was. The PPP it's a paycheck protection plan, and it was to cover their payroll expenses. And when I say expenses, anything in regards to payroll, it was their salaries, vacation time, the medical benefits that you pay as a business owner for your employees, your workers' comp insurance, medical insurance, anything that was related to payroll. That was a PPP. So it was very strange if you don't qualify. Basically, what I mean is that you don't have your documents in order. So looking forward, hopefully during this wave, everybody will have their documents in order, and it will be easier to get the PPP for them. And there was also the EIDL loan, which it was an actual loan at a lower % interest rate. So, but that was easier to qualify as well. But the PPP is the most important one because that's the one that is forgiven. Now, in regards to a regular SBA loan, the SBA regular loan that you have on a regular basis, would basically be looking to 5 things. So the character, capacity, collateral, capital, and conditions. When I said character, we talk about credit score. We want to make sure that your credit history, it's in good standings, because that's the character of you as a business owner, meaning you pay your bills on time and you're not late on your payments. We also look into the capacity of your business. How much money are you going to be able to make in your business? Is your business going to give you enough money to pay the loan back? So it depends, again, if it's a startup or a business that's been established for 2 years, maybe 5 years, 10 years. It depends on the qualifications that you're looking for as a lender. If you're a startup or if you're an existing business owner. Another thing that we're looking to is collateral. If you're an existing business owner and you've been in business for a long time, and you're asking for a loan that is more than $250,000, most likely we're going to ask for a collateral. It's either a property that you can pledge for, to support the loan. And I know a lot of people don't like to do that. They don't like to pledge their homes. But the way the bank looks into it is like, well, if you're not willing to pledge anything for your business, then what you're telling us is that you don't trust your business yourself. So why should we trust your business? So that's the main reason why they do it. They want to make sure that you are trusting yourself and you're trusting your business idea to grow with it as well. So that's the reason why the collateral is there. Not necessarily because the bank wants to keep your home or your property, not at all. It's just to know that you are backing your idea and you're backing your business as well. Another thing that we're looking to is going to be collateral. Again, if you're a small business, if you're a startup, we're going to require a deposit to start the business. And it happens in most of the cases. When you're buying a house, they're asking for a down payment, right? So if you're buying or starting a business and you're asking for, let's say, $100,000, the bank is going to ask for at least 30% of that. And so the bank can lend you $70,000 on top of your $30,000 for a $100,000 project, if that's where you're starting your business with. And the conditions, the bank wants to know specifically what are you going to use the money for. We have a lot of clients coming in and said, well, how much do you think I can qualify for? And we asked them, how much money do you need and what do you need it for? And they said, as much as I can qualify for. Give me as much. I don't know, just look at my numbers and tell me how much I qualify for. Yeah, but the bank wants to know that you are actually taking the time to analyze your business and you want to know exactly where you're going to use that money for. Yeah, the bank can give you the money, but you need to let us know what are you going to use the money for specifically, right? It means you have a business plan, you thought about your business and exactly what you're going to do with it. So that.
Correct. Wow. So the 5 C's, huh? We all have a 5 C's in our business, I guess. Yeah. So that's great. So we have, obviously, as Jorge is shouting out, much needed information. We know that because a lot of the businesses right now are trying to figure out, was that it? Was that all the stuff that we can qualify for? Et cetera, et cetera. And then obviously our friend Edna, hi Edna, all the way to Seattle, Washington.
Oh, Seattle.
I know.
Sorry.
Over there. But since we got some friends online watching us, you went right into business. That shows me you're serious about business.
Yes, I am. That's what I do all day. Yeah.
So wait a minute. People are lunching with us. So what you have? Water. Okay, well, I got a great lemonade, to get rid of all this things going around. So cheers to that. And, at the end, thank you. We may cheer again for the holidays, but
yes.
Great. Well, what makes you so passionate about, I know that you do this is what you do for work, etc. Yes. But I want to know the Jezebel. I want to know the personal Jezebel. Why did you decide that this was a career that you wanted to follow?
Well, banking, I started banking out of luck. You won't believe this. I was working for a shoe company, and I think they're still around, Payless Shoes. This is years ago when I was going to school.
You're old, my friend.
I decided that it was time for me to do something different. After you finish school, you're excited about what life has to bring and you're looking for new opportunities. So I decided to go to the bank and I opened a CD account. And I told the person that was opening the account that I was putting money aside because I was going to leave my job. And I had 3 months to find a job. So this person says, well, we know you. You come here all the time. You have great personality, whatever, I think you're a great customer service, because they knew that I was working for the shoe company. I was always making the deposits and getting change for the weekend. And I used to have other responsibilities as well that took me to the bank quite often. So I told the person, I'm going to leave my job and I'm going to start looking for something. And I said, I don't have anything in mind. I'm just going to start looking for something. So he asked me, how come you don't apply for the bank? And I said, I have no banking experience. Everything that I've done is retail. Yes, I'm graduating. I'm going to school for business. So it will be a great opportunity, but I don't know what I will do in a banking setup. I have no idea. He's like, well, just apply. Well, give me $150 bonus, to refer someone. So I did it because he was asking for the referral. And I was looking for a job anyways. I was going to start to look for a job anyway. So I did submit my resume and they called me. Surprise. And long story short, they hired me as a manager in training. So after 7 months of very intense training, I became a branch manager for Bank of America. And after that, I had great mentors. The people that I work with were phenomenal. People work there. I mean, I know this particular person that helped me so much and gave me so much advice, an older person, and he was already on his way out to retirement. And I was coming in young and, recently graduated. So I took the opportunity, all the advice, and that's how I started my career in business, in particular banking. After that, I went to HSBC, and that's where I developed the love for small businesses. I started working with the mom and pops in the San Fernando area. A lot of the business owners will come into the branch and talk to me about business lending, and I will talk to the business partners and refer them the business. And I noticed that they were the ones coming to me and talking about their business and expressing how they were feeling, especially us. I was born and raised in Mexico, in Puebla. I was born and raised in Puebla. And so being able to communicate with them in Spanish brought them closer to me. And they were very grateful that I was able to communicate or translate in between the business specialists and themselves. So I developed the love for helping people in regards to business. I do it all the time, and I really enjoy it. There's a lot of to say at the end of the day when you know someone that started their business at home in the garage or a small room, and you go to their grand opening. It's just so gratifying to be able to explain to them what they don't teach you in school. This is something that if you don't go to school, obviously you have to learn it some other way, and to be able to find someone that can help you to achieve your goals. I don't know, it makes me feel really good.
Absolutely. I share your passion, my dear friend. I share your passion. There's nothing better than to see somebody that you actually helped or have some type of advice that you gave them and they put it to work. You see that development. That's what I say. I don't do it for you guys. I do it for I don't do drugs or anything like that. That's drugs.
Yeah, so I can have a good night's sleep at the end of the day, right? No, but it's really nice, especially if you recognize the talent. Like you can see the passion that they have for their business, or the great idea, and they've been working on it. And the fact that you can just help them with information, because basically that's all there is. You just give them the information, you give them the tools, and everything's on them. They're waking up early, they're going to bed late, running the business, running payroll, checking into your finances is on them. You just give them basic information. Yeah.
I adore business owners. They're my favorite type of people where our minds work alike, right? We're the first in and the last out all the time. So if you're not doing that, that means your business is already running itself, or I don't know, maybe you're not a business owner, you're just an investor.
Yeah, and that's what basically I want people to know that no question is literally not a dumb question. If anything in regards to business is for your business, is for your family, your employees' families. And I'm really, from the bottom of my heart, I know I work for a bank, but I want them to call me and ask all the questions that they have, because it's not just the SBA, there's the CDCs, private lenders, there's other nonprofit organizations that are helping with small grants. There's the Jewish Foundation also that I give very small grants as well, maybe $2,000, $3,000. It might not be a lot for a lot of businesses, but for businesses that are startups, $3,000 can make a huge difference in buying product or paying someone to do their marketing. It's huge. So it's not just the SBA lending. It's not just SBA that's out there for them. There's so many companies and so many organizations, again, that they can help them. And I have all that information. And I know we don't have a lot of time, but please, I want
to. That's one of the things I wanted to ask you, Jezebel, is for people that don't think qualify, for people that actually are afraid, why should I probably I'm going to qualify? You can definitely give them answers and direct them and maybe help them structure, right? The way so they can qualify for any of these loans in the future.
Yes, I'd be more than happy to. Like I said, I do that every day, all day long, and I'll be more than happy to guide them through. And like I said, every bank, it's different. Yeah, we do work under the same regulations, federal regulations. But when it comes to the credit box or what the requirements are, each bank is different, as well as the SBA. SBA is the same thing, but each bank is different.
Okay, I have a question from one of the viewers. Can independent reps qualify for a business loan?
Yes, they can, because they're independent. They get paid with 1099. And basically, when it comes down to it, is how they report their taxes. So if they're doing it on Schedule C, that reflects that you have your own business, and that's what's going to get you to qualify for a loan. You're an independent contractor. So yes.
Okay.
It's
so
just
I have a question, piggy. So, my agency helps your taxes. We don't prepare, they don't do any of that, or we don't.
I'm sorry, I can't, for some reason, the communication's breaking. I'm not sure if it's my end or your end.
Are you good on your audio? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you fine now. Okay.
Okay, that's good. It was probably the internet. Hey, we are live. This is what happens.
I know.
Okay.
What was the question again? I'm sorry.
Very quickly, just piggyback on this question. So agency helps people pay taxes. For instance, if a business helps me and Faride, we might be making too much money, we're going to be paying high taxes, etc. Is there any products or services or accounts or investments out there that will help us off our taxes? So that's my job throughout the year, right? Is help shelter those taxes. Independent reps on the schedules, usually they have so many taxes and sheltering that their bottom line usually is equal to or maybe on a negative. Will those people be able to qualify for any business loans? Is there any programs out there for them?
Not for existing business, because in reality, it's even ourselves, when you're going to give someone money or lending, you want to make sure that they can prove that they can pay you back. The difference is some organizations, exactly, it comes down to the bottom line. If you're not a profitable business, why are you in business if you're not making money? So that's how the bank sees it. Although we know that you are earning money and you're making money, it might not be the great idea to present it to the bank, because it's going to be really hard to do that. Yeah, I mean, at the end of, even myself, if you ask, go ahead. If you're breaking even.
So if your bottom line is positive, meaning you are positive capital in your business, then you probably qualifications are met.
Correct. I'm sorry, the internet thing's not working, but if I'm understanding correctly, yeah, on the bottom line, you have to show profitability. I know for the most cases, as a CPA or tax preparers, they look to minimize your tax liability. But when you are presenting to the bank your tax returns, is not a good idea. Also, it's very important to have a good relationship with your CPA and let the CPA know that, hey, I'm going to start looking for a loan next year or maybe in the next 2 years. And so the CPA can help you report what is going to be needed, and it's going to look good on your tax returns. I know everyone's looking to minimize the tax liability. we don't really want to give our money to the government, but at the end, that's what's going to help you get a loan. The proof that your business is being profitable, it's definitely a key. You got to have cash flow to prove that you can pay it back.
Okay.
Startups, because as a startup, you don't have money coming in, obviously. What's going to help you as a startup is to have a solid business plan with very strong projections, meaning how much money are you going to make, and based on your sales plan is your projections. So we want to make sure that your sales plan and projections are hand to hand to be able to give you the loan that you were requesting.
Okay, perfect. And I hope everybody hears me okay, because I've been getting messages that we've been breaking out. So
yeah.
It might just be the internet, that everybody's home now and we're all using the internet. So hopefully, hopefully we're good. Okay, perfect. So I have somebody saying, hey, you're a paisana. You guys have the same last name. I just realized that.
We're cousins. Yes.
Absolutely. And okay, so with that said, I do have a question for the new stimulus package, and I mean, we're going to probably in January. Is that thinking?
Yeah, the new package has to come in between, when the new administration takes over. So I know they're looking into passing it before maybe the first or second week of January, because the economy it's really bad. So they're trying to pass the first package to assist, the American citizens, and the second package that's going to be approved is a small business. What they're trying to do is figure out exactly how is this going to be. The payroll was successful for a short period of time again. So what they're trying to do is look for a program that is going to help save the businesses in regards to the properties that they're actually renting, not just the payroll, but they're looking into assisting the business owners to stay close and be able to reopen. So what they're talking about is also, what are we going to do as a government to assist all these businesses that were able to stay afloat to go back and open their doors? Where are they going to get working capital? Yeah, they're ready to open, but they don't have money to buy product, merchandise, or to hire their employees at that moment. So that's something that they're also looking into, and hopefully they do that, because that will be a great solution for it. So as soon as they announce the package, trust me, we're going to be working on that as well, just like we did on the first wave. We're going to be ready for this wave as well. And I said every single banker, we were working long hours, because they approved the package on Friday. And I don't know if you guys remember, by Monday, we were supposed to take applications, and we're like, what applications? No one has trained us for it. So, think about Bank of America per se, over 60,000 employees or 10,000 employees to be trained to pick up the phone and answer questions, process applications. So yeah, hopefully this package comes in the first or second week of January, and it starts helping everybody.
Yes, absolutely. I hope they do. Just like how I always give good shout outs to people that do great things, I have to say, I've been a Wells Fargo member for so many years. I have given them my business for probably for the 17. And they loan, because it was so early in the game when I applied for it. They messed it up. I lost it, so SBA had to reject it. And I hate Wells Fargo because of that.
I know, but I mean, there's so much to say about that. It was a chaotic situation, and the bigger banks had a bigger opportunity. But let's not focus on that. Let's focus on the fact that there's a new package coming up, a new stimulus package, and make sure that everybody's ready. With paperwork, talk to your CPAs, make sure that you have everything in order. And when I said documentation, I know the first wave helped a lot of people be prepared for this one, that it was very unexpected. But I have confidence that most of these business owners are ready this time. Get all your documentation in order. What it means, like if you're a corporation, have your corporation in order. Anything that has to do with payroll, all your expenses, make sure that you have all your expenses in order, because if they request any receipts or anything that you have in regards to your business, is going to be very important to justify the expense and justify the government or the SBA giving you the money. The more information you have, the more documentation you have, the more money you most likely will qualify for. Yeah.
Thank you so much for all this information. Our show is done for the day. And I put in your 626-993-411. If any of you business owners want to talk to Jezebel, you know where to reach her now. Ladies, send it to anybody. Share. Subscribe to YouTube. Subscribe. You can get all the good information. You know, when everything is said and done, everybody's going to be okay.
Please give me a call. It doesn't have to be SBA lending. It can be any other ways of lending. There's plenty of them. There's a lot of opportunity. Just get the information. So thank you so much for inviting me.
And Merry Christmas. Cheers. Merry Christmas to all. We want until next Monday, where we'll have another great person here in being interviewed. But Merry Christmas. See you next Monday. Salud.
Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way.